from a guy that's man's management skills were, let's say, questionable. You then get the move to Rangers, and it's your introduction to Walter Smith, and I know how deeply you cherish that relationship and what a great relationship it was. But what a difference in terms of man managers. I mean, I remember I spoke to you the night you'd signed. I think you called me leaving Auchenhowie, Murray Park as it was then, and I could tell right away what was really noticeable was you just felt as if there was no doubt about it. You were certain that this was the right move. You were signing for the right manager. Everything about it just felt right. I could tell the way you were talking that night. There was no doubt in your mind that you were going to succeed there. It must have been like an absolute fresh start.
But obviously, touching on Walter first, like everybody knows how high I hold him in regard. I just try and live my life to hopefully conduct myself in a manner of respect and being humble to what he was. He was just a class act. And listen, I understand a new signing, you're going to make him feel top of the world, but he made me feel top of the world every day. By the way, whether he was giving me a rant or a kick up the backside, he had a natural knack to humility and looking after human beings that I still felt he really cared about me and really valued me. And it goes back to just wee daft things, Jacko. Like, I still remember Willie Mackay being on the phone, and the deal that we had agreed was slightly different. No less money, but it was slightly different on appearance fee to basic wage. And obviously I was a wee bit uncomfortable with the appearance being as big as it was compared to the basic wage being slightly smaller than it was. And Willie Mackay said, they'd already printed off all the forms, they'd already changed them on Martin Bain and Andrew Dixon. I remember like it was yesterday. No problem, we'll change it. No problem. And then it was the same, just as I had signed, and Sir David phoned to say that him and Willie were sitting in wherever it was, Charlotte Square or whatever, in Sir David's offices. They just opened a bottle of champagne, and obviously Walter's laughing at them doing the phone on the loudspeaker, and obviously he goes, "Oh, you know what Willie Mackay was like?" He goes, "Oh, by the way," he says, "Have you put the club car in?" Obviously, I didn't know I was getting a club car or even wanted a club car because I couldn't drive. It was the last thing that I thought about. And Martin was like, "Willie, are you taking the piss?" He was like, "We've just signed the forms again. We've just printed them." He says, "Listen, I will give him a club car, no problem." And I still remember getting the first club cars. And Sandy Jardine used to look after them. And obviously I said to Sandy, "Oh, Sandy, am I getting a car?" And he was like, looked at the list. He was like, "Tomo, you're not on the list." I was like, "Oh, I got a club car as well." So I'll need to go and speak to Martin or Andrew Dixon and find out what the script is. I said, "I didn't think they put it in my contract because," and I told him the scenario. And he's like, "Guys, I'm sure it'll get sorted." You didn't want for anything through there, Jacko. And that's what, and I know that's not just off of Walter, but it's wee things like that when you think about bending over backwards for you and treating you hopefully the way you feel like you deserve to be treated. It's,
so you got your club car.
That doesn't get the best out of an individual, like feeling like how that makes you feel, if that makes sense.
So did you get your club car?
I got my club car, but I had to get somebody to come and pick up at the training ground for me because I couldn't drive it.